What if the coins from 2001 and 2004 sitting in your collection are worth more than just their face value? These Queen Elizabeth II coins may look common at first glance, but certain editions from these years have caught the attention of collectors around the world. The value of these coins depends on key factors like their condition, minting quality, and any rare errors that may have occurred during production. Even a small variation in design or lettering can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable collectible. Many people spend these coins every day without realizing they could be holding a piece of history that might be worth far more in the collector's market. So before you ignore your old coins from 2001 or 2004, take a closer look, because one of them could surprise you with its true hidden value. Your 2001 coin appears to be a United Kingdom 1 penny, 1p featuring Queen Elizabeth II. Based on the image, it shows the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse with the Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2001, which stands for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The 2001 penny was issued by the Royal Mint and is made of copper-plated steel, as the composition was changed in 1992 from bronze to copper-plated steel to reduce production costs. The coin has a diameter of 20.3 millimeters, weighs approximately 3.56 grams, and has a smooth edge. The reverse design features the portcullis with chains, a traditional symbol representing Parliament, along with the denomination, 1 penny. The portrait used on the 2001 coin is the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait is known for its more realistic and mature depiction of the Queen compared to earlier versions. The 2001 penny was produced in very large numbers for circulation, with hundreds of millions minted, meaning it is generally considered a common coin in circulated condition. Because of this high mintage, most 2001 pennies found in everyday use are only worth their face value of 1 penny. However, coins in uncirculated condition, especially those taken directly from mint sets, can have a slightly higher value to collectors. The value of a 2001 penny depends mainly on its condition. A heavily circulated coin with scratches, discoloration, or wear will usually not carry any premium. On the other hand, a bright, uncirculated example with full original luster and no visible damage may sell for a small premium in the collector market. Error coins from 2001, such as off-center strikes or misprints, can be more valuable, but such pieces are rare and must be carefully verified. Collectors always examine details like sharpness of the portrait, clarity of lettering, and the overall surface quality before determining value. From a historical perspective, the 2001 penny represents part of the long-running decimal coinage system introduced in the United Kingdom in 1971. By 2001, the penny had already been in circulation for 3 decades under the decimal system. Although it may not be rare, it still holds significance as part of the modern British coinage era and as a piece from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, one of the longest reigning monarchs in British history. For new collectors, the 2001 penny is often one of the easiest coins to obtain and can serve as a starting point for building a date-by-date collection of modern UK pennies. Your 2001 coin is a United Kingdom 1 penny issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and although it may look like a simple everyday coin, it carries historical, monetary, and collectible significance that makes it interesting to both beginners and experienced collectors. The obverse of the coin features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by sculptor Ian Rank Broadley. This portrait was introduced in 1998 and remained in use until 2015. It presents a more realistic and mature depiction of the Queen compared to earlier portraits, showing fine details in the hair, crown, and facial structure. Around the portrait, you will see the Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2001, which is an abbreviated Latin phrase meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This traditional inscription has appeared on British coinage for generations and connects modern coins to centuries of royal history. The reverse of the 2001 penny features the classic crown portcullis with chains design. The portcullis is a historic symbol associated with the Palace of Westminster and the British Parliament. It has been used on the penny since decimalization in 1971. The design was created by Christopher Ironside, the artist responsible for the original decimal coin designs. Above the portcullis, the denomination, 1 penny, is clearly written. The simple yet symbolic design represents stability and continuity in British currency. In 2008, this reverse design was replaced with a new shield design, so the 2001 penny belongs to the earlier, traditional decimal series. In terms of technical specifications, the 2001 penny is made of copper-plated steel. Originally, from 1971 to 1991, UK pennies were made of bronze. However, due to rising metal prices, the Royal Mint changed the composition in 1992 to reduce costs. The coin has a diameter of 20.3 mm and weighs approximately 3.56 grams. It has a smooth edge and is magnetic because of its steel core, which is an easy way to test its composition. If you place a magnet near it, it will stick, unlike the earlier bronze versions. The mintage of the 2001 penny was extremely high, with hundreds of millions produced for circulation. Because of this large production number, it is considered a common coin in circulated condition. Most examples found in pocket change today are only worth their face value. However, condition plays a major role in determining collectible value. A coin that has been heavily used will show wear on the Queen's portrait, flattening of details, scratches, and discoloration. These coins typically have no extra premium. On the other hand, uncirculated coins that retain their original mint luster, sharp edges, and bright copper color can be worth slightly more, especially if preserved in mint sets or coin albums. Collectors often grade coins based on their condition using terms such as fine, very fine, extremely fine, and uncirculated. A 2001 penny in brilliant uncirculated condition may sell for a small premium, particularly if part of a Royal Mint annual set. Special proof versions were also issued for collectors. Proof coins are struck using a special minting process that gives them a mirror-like background and frosted design details. These proof versions are more desirable and can be worth more than standard circulation coins. Another factor that can increase value is the presence of minting errors. Although rare, some coins may have off-center strikes, double strikes, misaligned dies, or plating errors. Error coins are highly collectible because they are unusual and often unique. However, collectors must verify authenticity carefully, as damage after minting can sometimes be mistaken for an error. Historically, the 2001 penny represents a time before the major redesign of UK coinage in 2008. It is part of the classic decimal series that many people in the United Kingdom grew up using daily. It also belongs to the long reign of Queen Elizabeth II, whose image appeared on British coins for more than 70 years. This makes the coin part of a historic era that ended in 2022. For many collectors, coins from her reign hold sentimental as well as historical value. While the 2001 penny is not rare, it is an important piece for anyone building a complete date collection of UK pennies. Collectors often try to obtain one coin from each year, and the 2001 issue fills an essential spot in that timeline. Even though its monetary value may be small, its historical connection, design heritage, and place in the decimal coin series make it meaningful. Sometimes, the true value of a coin is not just in its price, but in the story it carries and the era it represents. Your 2004 coin is a United Kingdom 1 penny issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and it represents an important part of the modern decimal coinage system used across the United Kingdom. At first glance, the 2004 penny may appear like an ordinary coin that people use every day in their transactions, but in reality, it carries historical meaning, design tradition, and collectible interest that make it valuable to numismatists and coin collectors. The obverse side of the coin features the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, which was introduced in 1998 and remained in use until 2015. This portrait shows a more realistic and mature representation of the Queen compared to earlier coin portraits, with fine detailing visible in the hair, crown, and facial structure. Around the portrait is the Latin, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD 2004, which translates to, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This traditional inscription reflects the long-standing heritage of British monarchy and has appeared on British coinage for centuries. On the reverse side of the 2004 penny, you will find the well-known crowned portcullis with chains design, created by Christopher Ironside, the artist responsible for the original decimal coin designs introduced in 1971. The portcullis is a symbol historically associated with the Palace of Westminster and represents the authority of Parliament and governance within the United Kingdom. Above the portcullis, the denomination, 1 penny, is inscribed, clearly indicating the coin's value. This design remained in use on the penny from decimalization in 1971 until it was replaced in 2008 by the Royal Shield design. Because of this, the 2004 penny belongs to the earlier traditional decimal series, making it part of a design era that many collectors consider classic within modern British coinage. In terms of its physical composition, the 2004 penny is made from copper-plated steel. This composition was introduced by the Royal Mint in 1992 when the rising cost of copper made bronze coins more expensive to produce. The steel core is coated with a thin layer of copper, giving the coin its traditional bronze-like appearance while reducing production costs. The coin has a diameter of approximately 20.3 mm and weighs around 3.56 grams. It features a smooth edge and is magnetic due to its steel core, which provides an easy way to distinguish it from earlier bronze pennies produced before 1992. If you place a magnet near a 2004 penny, it will be attracted to it, confirming its copper-plated steel composition. The mintage of the 2004 penny was very high, as millions of coins were produced for circulation across the United Kingdom. Because of this large production number, most 2004 pennies found in circulation today are not considered rare and are typically only worth their face value when in circulated condition. Coins that have been used frequently will show signs of wear, including scratches, dullness, and flattening of the design details. These circulated coins generally do not carry a premium value among collectors. However, coins that remain in uncirculated condition, especially those that have been preserved in mint sets or stored carefully to maintain their original luster, may hold a small collectible premium. Collectors usually evaluate coins based on their condition using grading terms such as fine, very fine, extremely fine, and brilliant uncirculated. A 2004 penny in brilliant uncirculated condition will retain its original shine and sharp design details, making it more desirable for collectors seeking high-quality examples. In addition to standard circulation coins, special proof versions of the 2004 penny were also produced for collectors. Proof coins are struck using specially polished dies and blanks, resulting in a mirror-like background and frosted raised design elements. These coins are often included in official Royal Mint proof sets and are more collectible than regular circulation coins due to their limited production and superior finish. Another important factor that may increase the value of a 2004 penny is the presence of minting errors. While such errors are rare, they can occur during the production process and may include off-center strikes, die cracks, double strikes, or plating defects. Error coins are highly sought after by collectors because of their unusual appearance and limited availability. However, it is essential to distinguish genuine mint errors from post-mint damage, as coins that have been damaged after leaving the mint are generally not considered valuable by serious collectors. From a historical perspective, the 2004 penny represents a period before the redesign of UK coinage that took place in 2008. It forms part of the long-running decimal system introduced in 1971, which replaced the old pre-decimal currency system used in Britain for centuries. The coin also belongs to the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, one of the longest reigning monarchs in British history, whose portrait appeared on British coins for over 7 decades. This connection to such a significant historical era adds sentimental as well as historical value to the coin for many collectors. Although the 2004 penny may not be rare in terms of mintage, it remains an essential piece for collectors attempting to complete a full-date set of modern UK pennies. Many collectors aim to obtain one example from each year of issue, and the 2004 penny holds its place within that chronological sequence. Its traditional design, historical connection, and role in everyday currency use make it an interesting addition to any coin collection. Even if its monetary value remains modest, the coin serves as a tangible link to the modern history of British currency and the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II's reign, reminding collectors that even the most common coins can carry historical significance beyond their face value. Beyond its basic specifications and circulation history, the 2004 penny also reflects broader economic and social trends within the United Kingdom during the early 2000s. At that time, cash transactions were still very common in everyday life, and low-denomination coins like the penny played an important role in retail pricing, supermarket transactions, and small purchases. Although inflation had gradually reduced the purchasing power of one penny compared to previous decades, it was still widely used in change. The continued production of large quantities of pennies in 2004 shows that demand for small coinage remained steady. Over time, however, discussions have increased in the UK about the practicality of maintaining very low denomination coins due to rising production costs and reduced buying power. From a collector's perspective, the 2004 penny may not be rare today, but its future collectability could change depending on long-term trends. Coins that are common in circulation often become harder to find in high grades many years later because most examples become worn or damaged. As decades pass, uncirculated examples of everyday coins sometimes gain additional interest simply because fewer pristine pieces survive. For this reason, some collectors keep brilliant uncirculated rolls or sealed mint sets from the early 2000s, believing that condition scarcity may increase their desirability in the distant future. Another interesting aspect of the 2004 penny is the transition period it represents. It belongs to the final years of the classic portcullis reverse design before the major redesign of UK coinage in 2008, when the Royal Mint introduced a new shield-based design across several denominations. That redesign marked a significant visual change in British decimal coinage. Therefore, the 2004 penny stands as part of the closing chapter of a design that had remained largely unchanged since decimalization in 1971. For collectors who appreciate design continuity, this gives the coin added symbolic importance. In addition, coins from the reign of Queen Elizabeth II carry historical weight because her portrait evolved several times throughout her reign. The 2004 penny features the fourth portrait, which is often praised for its realistic and dignified representation. Comparing it with earlier portraits from 1953, 1968, 1985, or 1995 allows collectors to see how artistic styles and royal imagery changed over time. This progression makes modern coins educational tools as well as collectibles, showing how national identity and artistic standards evolve. Storage and preservation are also important if someone wishes to keep a 2004 penny in high condition. Because the coin is copper-plated steel, it can be more vulnerable to rust if the copper plating becomes damaged. If scratches expose the steel core, moisture can cause corrosion. For that reason, collectors often store such coins in dry environments, protective holders, or coin albums to prevent deterioration. Proper storage helps maintain the coin's appearance and potential collectible value. While the financial value of a circulated 2004 penny is generally limited to face value, its educational, historical, and symbolic value can be much greater. It represents everyday life in early 21st century Britain, the long reign of Queen Elizabeth II, and the stability of the decimal currency system. For beginner collectors, it is an accessible and affordable coin that allows them to learn about grading, composition changes, minting processes, and design history without requiring a large investment. In the long term, the importance of the 2004 penny may not lie in rarity, but in its role as a record of its time. Coins are miniature historical documents made of metal. They pass through countless hands, travel across cities and towns, and silently witness economic activity. Even a simple one-penny coin from 2004 carries the story of the era in which it was minted. For collectors and historians alike, that story is what transforms an ordinary coin into a meaningful piece of history. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon so you never miss any future updates about coin values and hidden treasures that might be in your collection. Share this video with your friends and family because you never know, they might also have a valuable coin waiting to be discovered.